Hey, you will notice I'm in a different environment. I'm actually sat in my spare room. Don't normally come in here. This room is where, we have the spare bed and nobody ever uses this room, but I quite like this setup. I might use it a bit more often. Anyway, the reason I'm in here is because my daughter has a friend over from school and they're being very, very noisy, and Chloe's bedroom is right next to the office, and so you'd be able to hear them on any video that I do. So I've popped in here. I had a thought. I wanted to give you a quick tip about something today called buffering. Now, a buffer in your life can be anything that you do momentarily to make you feel better about a stressor or a situation or a feeling that you're having in your life, but it's called a buffer because it might take away the pain or the stress or the issue literally for the the half hour or the 5 minutes or the 10 seconds that you're doing the thing. But once you stop, you not only still have the stress or the emotion or the pain point to deal with, but you also then have the negative effect of the buffer. And this can be things like so many things. Scrolling Facebook. You can be feeling that you're procrastinating over something, and so you go, I'll just scroll Facebook for 5 minutes, look at some good posts. Before you know it, you've been sucked down the sort of the scroll hole, as we call it, and you've been there for 2 hours. And then you berate yourself over the fact that you've been scrolling Facebook for 2 hours. So not only do you still have the procrastination that was going on, but then you're having that negative effect of being on Facebook for 2 hours and then getting angry at yourself for that. It can be something like overeating. Now, I used to use overeating as an emotional buffer all of the time, because I would feel sad or I would feel ashamed of myself for being overweight. And then I'd use food as a comfort. So I'd eat a piece of cake or a packet of biscuits or whatever. I would feel better for those initial minutes that I was eating the cake or eating the biscuits. But then after that, I would still have the effect of not feeling very happy with myself being overweight. And then on top of that, I would have the negative effect of the buffer, which was eating too many pieces of cake or eating too many biscuits and telling myself that I'm useless and worthless and I'm never going to lose weight. And so it just piles on top. Alcohol can be people's buffers. Some people will feel so stressed after a working day. They come home and they go, oh, I'll just have a glass of wine or I'll just have a beer. And before they know it, they've drunk, a whole bottle, and then they feel terrible because they know that they shouldn't be drinking so much. And so then they've still got the stress of the day, but then they've got the emotional stress of having drunk the bottle of wine as well. So it's something that makes you feel good in the moment, but doesn't help long term. And the more we can recognize where we have buffers in our life, where we have these feel good kind of quick fix reactions to things that then causes more stress and more emotion and more pain, and the more we can stop ourselves from using those buffers, the more we will actually get to the root of our issues and be able to actually make some long-lasting changes. So hopefully that's been helpful. Just a really quick tip that I wanted to share with you for today.